What's up, guys? Welcome to the I'm Catholic YouTube channel. Welcome to the I'm Catholic project. Today is video 3 of our Lenten series as we continue on this journey towards Lent. But now Lent is real. I think the excitement of the period has kind of faded down. I think the drama of it's also kind of tapered away. And now we're into that phase where there's a little bit more discipline. We know what we're doing. We know how we're supposed to do it. We know what it is that we're trying to do to encounter God in this Lenten season. And so today I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about how we can go from this very loud and exciting start to Lent, and then we can kind of taper down into this more solid, more sincere, and more kind of reverential or quiet state. And more specifically, I want to talk about how that relates to hope. Because hope can often sound dramatic. It can seem super exciting when you know you're hoping for a very big and an incredible thing. You know, like it's easy to hope in these big and dramatic instances or these miracles or insert whatever it is that you want to say over here. But after a while, hope is no longer exciting. Hope requires this faith, this underlying certainty in God. Our verse for this Lenten season has been Romans chapter 5, verse 5. Hope does not disappoint. And I think the thing that often gets to us is that God doesn't actually disappoint us. Like, we don't necessarily have an issue with God. It's that God doesn't move in the way that we expect. When we want a kind of a quick solution, God calls us to be patient. When we want an answer, God replies with silence. When we want something to be fixed, God replies with process. For the vast majority of people, I truly believe that God doesn't disappoint us. It's the outcomes of that hope or of our prayer, of our patience, that disappoints us. If you find yourself in this position, I think you'll understand me when I say it. This is my experience of what happens in the spiritual life. We begin by asking God to help us. Then we ask Him to bless our plans as we determine them. And then we quietly expect Him to follow our timeline. But when He doesn't, everything breaks. Our hope starts to feel fragile. But the Christian hope is not confidence in outcomes. It's trust in a person. It's trust in God. That if our outcomes don't come about, His outcomes will always better for us. And our hope was never in vain. Though it may seem a bit weird, hoping in God means hoping that whatever happens actually does happen in the way that it's supposed to. And so that could sometimes mean hoping in God means hoping in growth for ourselves, in a challenge for ourselves, in risks for ourselves. For many of us, the real desert is not suffering, it's uncertainty. Am I in the right relationship? Am I in the right job? Am I doing God, am I on your path? Am I going in the way that you want me to go? And then not hearing an answer, not getting this yes or this no or this change your direction. We're not getting God SMSing us and telling us, this is what I want you to do instead. Instead, what we're getting is silence. Being called to wait and trust. Lent quietly asks us a hard question. If God never gave you the timeline, would you still trust Him? And so to bring it all back, sometimes we think that God is not working. I watched a movie yesterday. It was a terrible movie. It's called Champagne Problems. It's not a good movie. I don't suggest you watch it. It is the corniest rom-com you've ever seen in your entire life. But there's a moment in the movie where the owner of the vineyard talks about how people think that in the winter, the vineyard goes to sleep. The vines go to sleep and they do nothing. But he fondly talks about how under the ground you just don't see it, but there's so much growth happening. In these moments when God is not giving you any element of certainty, that's where our hope is growing. That's where our virtue is growing. That's where patience is formed. That's where humility is formed. That's where discipline in our faith is formed. And it's difficult, guys, because without it, if we were to get everything we wanted all the time, what is that? That's not necessarily a relationship. I don't know, that seems like Uber Eats. Like, it just feels like we're almost guaranteed an outcome, and that's not faith. There is no reliance upon God in that situation. It's an inevitable X equals X. Patience is being formed. Humility is being formed. Dependence is being formed. And those things are far more powerful than quick answers. Because quick answers build confidence in ourselves, while the slow and the subtle ones build confidence in God. I encourage you, instead of asking God, God, what is the plan? Or what do you want me to do? Say to him instead, God, I don't know where you're going, but I'm going to trust you to lead me in this journey. Because that's hope. That's hope entrusted. Hope entrusted in God. Hope is not about getting what we ask for from God. It's about becoming the kind of person who trusts in him even when he doesn't give us what we want, especially when he doesn't give us what we want. Because in every event, what he wants for us is far better than what we want for ourselves. As we walk into week 4 of this Lenten series, don't forget, we're going to be releasing a video every day based on the readings of the day or the collect or anything out of the daily missal. I am praying for you in this Lenten season. I'm praying for you across this next week. My name is Marco Menzela. I'm Catholic and I'm proud. I hope that you guys are too. We'll see you guys soon. Ciao, guys.
It's a funny one. Are you ready for this one? Okay. Okay, so if Mary gave birth to Jesus, and Jesus is the Lamb of God,
Mary had a little lamb.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.